Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. We shall hear the first Jataka tale in this video. One day, a wealthy businessman named Anath Pindaka went to Jetwana monastery to meet Lord Buddha. At that time, Anath Pindaka had 500 friends who were followers of other teachers. There was sweetness in the voice of Buddha while preaching religion. After hearing the Buddha's teaching, the 500 followers gave up their false practices and took refuge in the Triple Gem. However, soon after Buddha left Savatthi to return to Rajgriha, these men set aside their new faith and returned back to their previous beliefs. When Buddha returned Jetwana, Anath Pindaka brought these friends to visit Buddha and explained that they had abandoned their refuge and had started their old practices again. On this, Buddha said, "Nowhere between the lowest of hells below and the highest heaven above is there equal to the Buddha." Then he declared the virtues of the Triple Gem and explained that in the past too, men who foolishly mistook the real refuge met disaster. They fell prey to Yaksha in wilderness and were destroyed. In contrast, the men who cling to the truth not only survived but actually flourished in the same forest. Anath Pindaka praised Buddha and asked him to tell the same story of the past. Buddha proclaimed, "To win over the sufferings, I practice the 10 perfection for countless eons, which includes generosity, morality, renunciation, intelligence, energy, truth, firm determination, kindness, and equanimity." The Buddha began to narrate the Jataka tale. A long time ago, the Bodhisattva was born in a family of a businessman in Benares. Growing up, he became a wise businessman. At the same time, in the same city, there was another merchant with no common knowledge. He was a very foolish person. One day it happened that each businessman filled 500 carts of expensive goods and were ready to go in the same direction at the same time. The wise businessman thought, "If this silly young fool travels with us and if our 1,000 carts stay together, it will be too much for the road. This would make it difficult for the men to find food and water. There will also not be enough grass for the oxen. So either he or I must go first." He thus said to the other merchant, "The two of us cannot travel together. Would you rather go first or follow after me?" The foolish merchant thought, "There will be many advantages if I take the lead. Firstly, I will get a road which is not yet discovered. Secondly, my oxen will have the pick of the grass. Thirdly, my men will get the choicest wild herbs for curry. Best of all, I will be able to fix my own price for bartering my goods." Considering all these advantages, he said, "I will go ahead of you, my friend." The wise merchant was pleased to hear this because he saw many advantages in following after. Firstly, the carts going first will level the road where it is rough, and I will be able to travel along the road that have been already smoothened. Their oxen will graze off the coarse old grass, and mine will pasture on a sweet young growth which will spring up its place. My men will find fresh sweet herbs for curry where the old ones have been picked. Where there is no water, the first caravan will have to dig to supply themselves, and we will be able to drink at the wells they have dug. Bargaining is a tiring task. He will do the work and I will be able to barter my goods at prices he has already fixed." In this way, the foolish merchant set out for his journey. After a while, he came to the edge of wilderness. He filled all his huge water jars with fresh water before starting. The Yakka who haunted that jungle had been watching the caravan, and when it reached the middle of the jungle, he used his magic power to conjure up the caravan. The Yakka exclaimed, "Over there is a dark green streak of forest. Beyond that there is a plenty of water. It is always raining there, and there are many lakes with lotuses and water lilies." Also, Yakka was able to convince the foolish merchant to throw away the water-laden jars, as the carts would become much lighter without those heavy jars. The merchant was so foolish that he followed the Yakka's advice and broke all the jars. Of course, they did not find any water and they were soon exhausted from thirst. Without water, the men could not cook any rice either. They sank to the ground and fell asleep. As soon as the night came, the Yakka has attacked, killing every single man and beast. Skeletons were scattered in every direction, but the 500 carts stood with their loads untouched. Thus, the heedless young merchant was the sole cause of the destruction of the entire caravan. The wise merchant started his journey after 6 weeks. When he reached the edge of the wilderness, he filled his water jars. Also, when they had reached the middle of the wilderness, the Yakka appeared on the path just as before. The merchant noticed his red eyes and fearless manner and suspected something strange. He doubted he must be a Yakka. He probably tricked the foolish merchant, but he doesn't realize how clever I am. Wise man told his men, "Those were not men but Yakkas. The Yakkas are hoping that we will throw away our water, then when we are weak and faint, they will return to devour us." The young merchant who went before us was most likely fooled by the Yakkas. Just as the merchant has predicted, his caravan soon came upon the 500 carts with the skeletons of men and oxen scattered around. Early the next morning, the merchant replaced his weakened carts with the stronger ones and exchanged his common goods for the most costly of the abundant merchandise. When he arrived at his destination, he was able to barter his stock at 2 to 3 times their value. He returned to his own city without losing a single man out of all his company. Having concluded his story, the Buddha said, "The foolish came to utter destruction, while those who clung to the truth escaped from the Yakka's hands." Clinging to the truth not only endures happiness even up to the rebirth in the Brahma heavens, but also leads ultimately to arhanship. After the Buddha taught the Dhamma, those 500 disciples attained the first path, that is the triple gem. The Buddha identified the birth at that time. Devdatta's followers were the foolish merchant's men, and Devdatta was the foolish merchant. My followers were the wise merchant's men, and I was the wise merchant. This was the first Jataka tale, where we get to learn that we should not be fooled by cleverly talks and false appearances. Please stay with us to hear important stories of Lord Buddha's life through Jataka tales. If you like our videos, kindly like, share and subscribe. May all beings be well and happy.